Okay, so before we talk about identifying single notes, because if you're in one of these arpeggio patterns, there's not a whole lot of notes to look around and see what they are. Okay, we have the string shapes. I've put the string shapes in here. They're part of the pattern, but when you're playing it, you may not notice it. You may just start an arpeggio on your own without knowing what key you're in or anything, and just say, okay, I'm going to start major third, and then minor third, then perfect fourth. You know, so that turns out it's a D minor, A minor rather. So if you continue that up, sorry, that's your regular old D minor. From here, when you're going A minor shaped A minor, if you go up one cage shape, okay, to the next cage shape, you take that A minor shape up one pentatonic scale member, and what do you got? Actually, one caged member. So you go up A, you're going to go to C A, you go to the G shape. Sorry, it's going down a pentatonic. So the G shape goes to the A shape, just like that. I mixed it up a little bit. This happens. So, since we don't have a whole lot of notes to deal with, what we're going to be looking at is how do we identify one note, and where's that? Here's the best fit string pattern. So you can see this is an E pattern, 7 root 2. But we're not going to play the root because we're playing a mixolydian. And how would we make that into a real playable? And I'm going to show you that. So I have here, we're in paint now. We want to do the mixolydian. This is the Dorian. Here's the mixolydian. So with that 7 root 2, where did we start? We were down here. Okay, so we want to go up 6 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure I'm in the right functionality, and I also need a background color. Okay, so once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're not going to be looking at this. Okay. So here's our 6 strings. We're going to bring the top 2 over as usual because of the tuning anomaly. Now the tuning third occurs on this string right here, but it also brings the pattern up on the next string because we go back to that 4th. You know, when you go G to B, then you go back to 4ths, B to E. So it's really bringing them both over. And once again, we have ourselves a G pattern. All right, so start on that G pattern and just play it. Just like that. But we don't have a lot of information. You can play that and you can start on that 5 and go, okay, ready? Major third, minor third, perfect 4th. Okay, now I want to go from a perfect 4th to a major 3rd. There's one, it's warped right over there, so it's easy. From that major 3rd, I want to go a minor 3rd. I got one right there. And then to the perfect 4th. But you wouldn't know the string patterns you're doing unless you knew that you were in the C box. Once you're in the C box, it's just C, G, D, A, E, C. You know the box already. And instead of saying, okay, well in the C shape it's 3, 4, 5, okay, we're on a 5 here. Okay, wait, the D is, let's see, the D is, so C is 3, 4, 5, D is 6, 7 root, right? 6, 7 root. Okay, wait a minute, where was I going? From a G, a G to the third, which is a B. Okay, the B is the seventh. You know, that's too much figuring. What we'd rather do, there's got to be an easier way. So in this particular case, I'm going to be looking at, so we're going to close the paint program. That was we made our D there. There's my, that was the view off of my parents' high porch where they used to live. So that was really cool, and so I love that picture. I used to swim across that lake there a couple of times. All right, so let's just, all right, we got a good field of view here. So let's look at if we have a single note here. So say we have this 5 here. The string pair circle says it's part of a CA. Here's your C, 3, 4, 5, and here's your A shape, 5, 6. See, why limit yourself to the C shape? So starting on that 5 here, you know, you can do the A shape or the C shape. Alright, so let's say we do our little arpeggio up to the 3rd string there. So let's get all this into view here. So we do our little arpeggio up to the 3rd string. Now we're on the 2. The 2, the second of C is D, in the key of C, let's say. So we're on this D now. Okay, well, it's certainly part of the D string shape, but what else is it? The 2, according to this circle here, is part of the ED, and you can memorize this, 2 ED. Anytime you play a second in whatever key you're in, right? So there's your 2. You're going to be looking at an E shape and a D shape. An E shape to the left and a D shape to the right. So after you do your arpeggio here at 5, 7, 2, you can do a little bit of that ED stuff. You can go and then go back into the arpeggio. So that's all I wanted to show you. That so we can look at individual notes. Even the 7th is part of 2 patterns. So the 7 is part of the GE pattern. We're right here. I brought it right over here. So the 7 and the root are center shared notes of the G and the E pattern. So that would be right over here. Here's the 7 and the root, the G and the E pattern. Every single note in the string shapes, which is a note in a major scale, okay, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, okay, 6, 7 root, 7 root 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Listen to these. They're like nothing. 5, 6, 6, 7 root. Who gets the last one wrong? Okay, but that was it. 6, 7 root. They're little string 3-note fragments, and you put them together, and you get your major scale. From there, you can do anything. Do anything from a major scale. So that's about it for now. Start getting familiar with these string shaped pairs, and you center on the note, and you can go to the right or the left. You can identify what's going on there. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry we're not taking questions. Just take what you can and leave the rest. I'll be covering the topics each time as we go along. Have a great day.